Go through quickly the COT report that I sent out on Sunday. I'm just going to try and run through what's already happened, what I think we can expect, what we should potentially be leaving now for the rest of the week, just until, because what we've got to remember is it's Wednesday today, and at the end of yesterday, the commitment of traders report, that's when everybody submits their positions. So our current data that we're using could be a bit out of date, so we've got to wait till obviously Friday for that, which is over the weekend. But some of the things I don't think will change too much, because again, the commitment of traders report kind of gives us that bit of a longer term view, but also we just got to be aware of it. So I'm going to just start running through. So this is from page 15 of the COT report, and I'll just zoom in a little bit so you can see. So we're going to start with the bullish ones. So we got CADCHF, and this played out exactly as we thought. So rather than it taking off, and by the way, on the left, this is all on the daily chart on the left. On this side, on the actual chart, I'm looking at the H4 just because it's a bit easier to see what actually happened. So you can see we had that nice push down into the weekly support level, nice rejection, and off we went. Anybody that's been trading with me live this week, you'll know that I've been having a problem with my alerts on TradingView. So they've not been triggering, and I had this marked up right on this blue line. You'll be able to see I've got an alert there, but it just didn't trigger. So it crossed here about 11 o'clock in the morning yesterday, and I was looking for entries in and around this. So I haven't actually taken this trade. This is just where I was hoping to kind of get in and around this level. It didn't trigger me in, and then I started looking at the charts around New York yesterday with people, and by that point it was already up here and it had already gone. So it was just a case of waiting to see if it was lucky enough for it to come back for us, and it didn't. But going back to what we're talking about today, this played out exactly straight down into that level and then pushed up to that second level. And as you can see, I said if it came down to this weekly support on the left here, we'd be targeting that second daily resistance level. So that's CADCHF done and dusted. I wouldn't be looking for any buys on that this week. Obviously you can still look for them, that's fine, but in terms of my analysis, that's already played out. This is another one, CADCHF, that last one was. CADJPY is exactly the same, really similar thing, and this time in terms of COT, it didn't respect this weekly level. And what I did say on this is, if we were close, I think I put, if we break and close below the weekly support level, then I'll probably be leaving this one. So that's what happened. It closed and broke below this weekly support. It didn't hold here as we suspected it could. It dropped all the way to the second weekly, and it did give a buy opportunity there, but like I said, I would have personally left this. I was looking for inches around this weekly level, but I didn't catch that, so that went without us. Right, this one, I apologise a little bit for USD CHF. I didn't realise how messy these were. I did a couple last week where I've got like three arrows and stuff, 3 sets of arrows. So next week I think I'll try and make sure I don't have as much mess there. But essentially what I was waiting for was this pull back into this weekly level. It did do kind of the middle one. It didn't dip down as much as I thought into that fib level, but it did give a nice rejection. And I was talking about this one yesterday. That's not a smiley face here, by the way, on the USD CHF. It's actually, I was showing that they were trying to entice sellers here down into this level, I think, and they actually left loads of money sitting there, which they then went for, and it never came back. Again, this was similar to CADCHF, where I was waiting for that, just a little pullback for us to hopefully try and catch that ride up, but it never came back. So that would have been a nice trade. I hope somebody's caught some of these this week. UJ, let's look at that. UJ did exactly what we thought. Down into that weekly level, held here really nicely, and then rejected. I think it gave a nice entry on the H1 look. So we've got a really nice bullish engulfing candle here, and then that holds at this weekly support and goes from there. So that is a nice entry in and around there. We got, okay, moving on to the sells. Sorry, I didn't have that on there, but that's that one. Bearish chart markups then. So we had EURCAD. We suspected this would be bearish this week. This one played out exactly as I thought it would. So if we didn't get that straight bearish movement, and by the way, these black dotted lines are just where the market closed, so where we were at the time when I was doing these forecasts. And you can see I had this level marked up straight up into a 70.5, 79 area, straight up here and drop. And again, I've had issues with my alerts this week, so that I thought I was missing my alerts, but actually what turned out to be happening is they weren't even triggering, so slightly annoying. But yeah, hopefully everybody can see. If I just move this black line out of the way, that candle there is like a big, massive doji. It's got massive wicks either side, and that body, and that's what we had here on the last candle. That's where we were, and that's what we were forecasting to happen, to come up into that level. And then drop from there. So that's been a really nice trade, that one. So hopefully people caught that. We had it for entry here to drop down. Yeah, got a nice couple of wick rejections. I think it gave a nice entry on the H1 or even a little bit lower. So yeah, nice trade. I'm trying to keep this video as short as possible, so I apologise, quite a bit to get through. AUD USD, let's quickly get into that one. This one kind of just dropped, and again this is one that I was apologising for, a little bit messy in terms of what I thought might happen here. I basically thought we could either drop straight away or push up and then drop, is essentially what I was showing. It kind of just dropped straight away, but not much. There's not much movement there. I wouldn't really be interested in this for the rest of the week because you've got NFP on Friday. I think I would just leave this one. It has made the move lower than what, basically what we thought would happen. We'd come down this week, but not really clear entry for me. Let's look at EURCAD. EURCAD, so I was saying that there's quite a bit of money down here. So that's where I think we're going. But first, I think we're going to go up into that level. And you can see on my chart, I've got that blue area marked up where I think we're going to. That's exactly where price went to and dropped from there straight down to this. I think we're heading to the weekly level, but it might not get there for the rest of the week. But again, it's already played out, so I wouldn't be looking for any entries on this one this week. Let's go for Euro CHF. I think this is the only one that I've said it is not quite played out this week. So this is one that I'd still be interested in looking at. It is kind of up in this area, and we were looking for entry today. So let me just cover this one a little bit more because I think that this is going to give entry potentially later today or tomorrow. But essentially, if we just go back to that H4 chart, I said we're going to come up and tap into this. We've got a really nice key level here as well. So I'm sorry it's a bit messy. I was just waiting to see some divergence confirmation today before entering. I think a lot of people will have entered short. So I think a lot of people have done this today with stops up there. So there's going to be a lot of money sitting here, right? And for me, they're going to come and take that either during Asia session tonight or they're going to come and take it at London Open tomorrow. So we've gone into this range all day, really. Just trapping people either side. So I think if during the night, if in the morning, we're going to be looking to see if we can have this like little push up, potentially even push up into that purple area, which is my weekly level, and then we'll go from there. So again, we just need to be patient with these and just make sure that we're happy with our entries on these. And I do still think Euro CHF could be a nice sell position tomorrow. And you can see we have trended up this week so far. So we want to see that reversal that we were expecting and that we think is going to happen. So it's just forming that range, creating liquidity. We need a breakout or a fake move in the wrong direction, up, and then we'll go down. So let's keep an eye on that tomorrow. Shout me if you see any movement on that because I might not be as available tomorrow. Euro GBP, let's go back to the H4. And just check we're still recording because I've already recorded this one, so then it stopped, which was really nice of it. Euro GBP hasn't done a lot this week, and it's not really a pair that I'm going to be trading, to be honest. Let me just pull it up on here. So basically thought we might just head up here a little bit before we drop, and it's done nothing really. you can see how boring that chart is. It's not for me. I think probably what this is lining up to do is to just continue down from this point. But it's a bit boring, to be honest. I'm not going to take that one, and I think we'll just see how that gets on tomorrow. The only good thing with Euro GBP is that, as you can see on the chart, we've got retail traders are at 85% long, so we are probably going to come down to this level. So we'll keep an eye on that for next week, but personally I'm not going to bother. Euro JPY is another one that I think we're okay to look for sells for. But what actually happened at the open is it just fell. It just straight went down to this level, so we've kind of already seen that push. I do think there's an entry somewhere in and around here, if not a little bit higher up at this weekly support level. So we'll see how that one plays out. Then we got Euro New Zealand. I don't think this one's done too much this week. This is another messy chart, right? So in terms of the open, I thought we would push down, break this level, retest, and then go. So some people may have gotten short at this point after this wick rejection. Personally, I'd like to have seen a bullish confirmation candle after it, but bearish, but that didn't come. So I personally wouldn't have taken it, but I can understand that a few people may have got caught into that. But then what did happen is then price pushed up into this level that we said. We got a really clean key level there as well. In that area, and then price has reversed down from there as well. So we could see that break below, but again, I wouldn't be touching Euro New Zealand this week for that purpose. Euro USD I've traded today. We thought that this would push higher up, but we didn't quite get all the way there. It just had this little push up into the 50.61.8 and then dropped off. And this is where we just caught a little bit of a pullback entry here from these rejections. The entry was a bit late, but that was just because we were waiting for price confirmation, but that's cool. It was still a nice 2-to-1 trade today. Oh, sorry, that's my notes to people from today. Just get rid of them. So that one, again, already played out for me. I wouldn't touch Euro USD for the rest of the week. Again, NFP, so leave that one be. 4 to go, guys, 4 to get through. So GBPCAD. GBPCAD, we thought we might push higher up. We didn't quite get all the way up. What we have seen is it got stuck at this resistance just before that area. Again, it gave nice entries, and it even gave opportunities to get back in after. So you had this. For me, entries were here. Once we cleared, so it came down, pulled back, came down, pulled back, and I think there's a wick rejection right up there. Yeah, there is. Right at the top of this. So this is a really nice, if we went to like a H1, it might be a bit cleaner. Yeah. So your fibs would have been from this level down to the bottom. Look where it is. Blue area, that's my 70.5, 79 area. So that would have been a great entry. Again, it pushes above Asia session and then reverses. So again, it's another confirmation. That would have been a great entry if anybody caught that today. So hopefully people had a look at that. GU, let's quickly move on. Again, these have all kind of already played out. GU perfectly came up as we expected into that level that we've marked up. From there, reversed. You get the nicest H4 price action. Quarter wood, nice entry here. Take it down. Lovely trade. And again, this is really, really similar to GBPCAD, which it will be. Price came down, pulled back, came down, pulled back, gone. So there's a few pullback entries available on that one. Right, let's look at the New Zealand CAD. Again, if you look at this is the nicest entry you could get. So once you've seen that it wasn't coming as high up as we thought, that's your signal. Quarter wood, price action, H4, nice solid. Take the trade, and it's already gone, so it's already played out. It's done its business. We don't need to get involved with it this week. And lastly, we've got NZD USD. This is one I was looking at today, so I very, very nearly took this trade, and I'll explain why. So again, this is another one, fell a little bit shy, gave nice price action, but you're probably not as clear, so I wouldn't have personally taken it. But the entry I was looking at, so you had this pullback, you had this, and then I thought we were going again. And what I was looking at here on a 15-minute, it looked like a really nice trade, and it would have been a nice 3-1, I think, in the end, roughly. You had divergence here, so you've got this high, you've got this point here to this point, this one's higher, and then we've got same points kind of on the RSI. You can see it went into overbought territory, and then it came down, so you had divergence showing you there. So there were some really nice confirmations for that, but the reason I didn't take the trade, and I'm not going to be mad that I didn't take this, because you have to stick to your rules, you have to understand that some things are going to go without you, you're going to get stuff wrong, well, not wrong, but I didn't want to take this trade because this is a weekly area that I've got marked up, and I don't want to be selling right into a weekly area, because as you can see, it's coming to this level and it's already reversing out. So this could quite easily have started to reverse from this point, which is a one-to-one trade. Don't want to be getting involved with that. I want to take trades, when they're the other side of my area, I'll sell. It gives you a bit more confidence, you can hold for a bit longer. So that is, in summary, what we've seen this week. The only two I'm really looking at are Euro CHF. Like I said, we'll look at that for tomorrow. I've been watching it all day just to see if we get that. Commented this morning in the group. And then EJ, we'll keep an eye on EJ tomorrow as well. So in terms of COT, that is all. Any questions, as ever, please shout up, ask away. And if there's something you find useful, let me know. If there's something that you want me to change, got any suggestions, again, please let me know.